Okay, so we are live. Okay, good morning to everybody. We have 4 projects for the credit conference, for today's credit conference. As we start, may I request Engineer Aki Pakaitar to lead the prayer.
Yes, Lord, maraming salamat po sa maraming salamat po sa pag-iingat po sa amin sa buhay ko. Sana kami tulungan sa amin muna sa gagawin ang pwede dito para sa dito. Sila sa kanya.
Engineer Patricia, please read the attendance.
Good morning, everybody. Today, credit conference of contract ID 24BF0021 to 24BF0024. So, before we start the activity, let me acknowledge the presence of Abdullah from construction firm, representative from the Nison's Construction and Development Corporation, Ma'am Gemma A. Balanay, and from back members and officials headed by our back chairperson, Engineer Maria A. Coronel,
Present.
back vice chairperson, Engineer Charlie A. Baracao,
Present.
Engineer Rolly M. Kabawatan, back member,
Present.
Engineer Ferrer Pasqua, back member,
Present.
Ma'am Evangeline C. Villar, TWG member,
Present.
Ma'am Esterling B. Castillo, TWG member, Engineer Roger R. Baranaki Jr., TWG member,
Present.
Engineer Danilo Aracanan, Ed Baxet,
Present, ma'am.
Ma'am Leisure D. Villegas, Baxet, Ma'am Jacqueline Bakaygay, Baxet, and yours truly, officially Kabasa. And based on our attendance, sir, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Since we have a forum, and there is one representative from our respective leaders. Let's start the private conference. For the description of what's to be done, will be explained by Engineer Roger Barnacha Jr. Feel free to ask questions if there is clarification from our department, from our respective leaders.
For the project ID number 24BX0021. Network Development Program Construction of Bypass and Diversion Road, Roas Bypass Road, Isabela. Location, Roas, Isabela. For Part A, facilities for the engineer. For Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthworks, contain the item 102, 2, 1033, 10418. For Part D, sub-base and base course, item 200, 1. For Part E, surface course, item 311, 1, F1. PCCP unreinforced 0.30 meters thick for 14 days. For Part G, drainage and slope protection structures, 5061 stone masonry. For Part H, miscellaneous structures, item 612, 1, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white. 6053A1, guide or informative signs. G-1, advanced direction signs, stop signs. Item 6051P2, Description, warning sign, 600 mm. W2-10B, intersection and junction signs, priority cross. Item 6052A2, description, regulatory signs, octagon, R1-1B, priority signs. That's for project ID number 24BF0021. For project ID number 24BF0022, completing of Holy Friday, Maligaya FMR, Barangay Holy Friday and Barangay Maligaya, Manlik, Isabela. Location is Manlik, Isabela. For the item number description, for Part A, facilities for the engineer. For Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthworks. Part D, sub-base and base course. For item 201, aggregate sub-base course. For Part E, surface course. Item 3111C1, description, PCCP and reinforced. 0.23 meters thick for 14 days. For Part F, bridge construction. Item 4041A, reinforcing steel grade 40 for head wall. Item 4041A, reinforcing steel grade 40 for slope protection. Item 4051A3, structural concrete 20.68 megapascal, class A for 28 days for head wall. Item 4051A3, structural concrete 20.68 megapascal, class A for 28 days, slope protection. For Part D, drainage and slope protection structures. Item 501A1, 5 culverts, 610 millimeter diameter RCPC. For item 501A3, 5 culverts, 910 millimeter diameter RCPC. Item 509, 1B, sheet piles, steel slope protection. For Part H, miscellaneous 602, 3B, kilometer post precast. That's all for item 24BF0022. For project ID number 24BF0023. For Part 1, facilities for the engineer. Part 2, other general requirements. For Part 3, mechanical, civil, mechanical, electrical, and sanitary or plumbing works. Part A, earthworks. 8231A, structure excavation, common soil. 8241A, embankment from roadway or structure, common soil. 8247, gravel field. For Part B, plain and reinforced concrete works. 900, item 901C, structural concrete class A, 3,000 PSI, 28 days. Item 9021A, reinforcing steel, deformed, grade 40. Item 9021A2, reinforcing steel, deformed, grade 60. Item 9032, formworks and falseworks. Part C, finishing. Item 10321C, painting works for steel. Item 1047, 4A, metal structures, accessories, bolts and rods. Item 1047, 5D, metal structure, accessories, steel plates. Item 10477, description, structural steel. For Part D, electrical. For Part E, mechanical. That's all for contract ID number 24BF0023. For 24BF0024, construction, completion of multi-purpose building. Location, Barangay Sander East, San Manuel, Isabela. For Part 1, facilities for the engineer. Part 2, other general requirements. For Part 3, civil, mechanical, electrical, and sanitary, or plumbing works. Part A, earthworks. Part B, plain and reinforced concrete works. Part C, finishing. Item 1002, 4, plumbing fixtures. Item 1002, 24, cold water lines. Item 1003, 1A1, ceiling, 4.5 mm metal frame, fiber cement board. Item 1003, 1A2, ceiling, metal frame, pre-painted metal panels. Item 1003, 17, carpentry and joinery works. Item 1004, 2, finishing hardware. Item 1007, 2, aluminum frame glass door. Item 1008, 2, aluminum glass window, awning or sliding fix. Item 1013, 2A2, fabricated metal roofing, accessory gauge 26.551 mm flashing. 10114, 1B1, pre-painted metal sheets about 0.427 mm type long span. Item 1016, 1E, waterproofing liquid. Item 1018, 1, glazed tiles and trims. Item 1018, 2, unglazed tiles. Item 1021, 1C, cement floor finish with floor hardener. Item 1027, 1, cement plaster finish. Item 1032, 1A, painting works for masonry or concrete. Item 1032, 1C, painting works for steel. Item 1038, 1, reflective insulation. Item 1043, 1, PVC doors and frames. Item 1046, 2A2, CHB, non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 150 mm thick. Item 1047, 4B, metal structures, accessories, turnbuckle. Item 1047, 5B, metal structures, accessories, stock rods. Item 1047, 5C, metal structures, accessories for cross bracing. Item 1047, 5D, metal structure, accessories, steel plates. Item 1047, 8A, structural steel trusses. Item 1047, 8B, structural steel purlins. Item 1051, 1, railings. For Part B, electrical. For Part E, mechanical. That's all for project ID number 24BS0024.
Okay, thank you, Roger. Let us proceed to the bidder's checklist of requirements for each bid, including technical and financial proposals. May I request our Vice Chairperson, Engineer Charlie Baracao, to recite the technical proposal and financial.
For the bidder's checklist of requirements for each bid, including technical and financial proposals. For the technical proposal shall contain the following: the security, duly initiated the qualification workshop for the contract to be bid, duly initiated contractors list of key personnel to contract, duly initiated list of contractors major equipment, and sole statement under RA 9184. For this sole statement should be in 10 parts. And for the financial proposal shall contain the following: duly signed bid form, duly signed bid prices in bill of quantities, duly initial detailed estimates, and duly initiated cash flow by quarter. Please take note that any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the above mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. In addition to that, for the legal requirements, TTI or SEC registration certificate, valid mayor's permit, ongoing government and private contracts, statement of bidders, LCC, valid pickup license, audited financial statement, and prospective bidders, computation of NFCC. So that's all I'm stated. The requirements.
Thank you, Charlie. I just read one of the paragraph from the invitation to bid for the prospective bidders as specified under DO 127 series of 2018 states that at the time of the post-qualification procedure, the bank verifies that any of the deficiencies is due to the contractor's fault or negligence pursuant to 34.3 of the 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulations of the Republic Act number 9184. The procuring entity shall disqualify the contractor from the award without any right to reimburse fees and incidental costs paid to the procurement of the price structure contract subject to the bid. Any question, any clarification from prospective bidders? If there is none, there having no other questions, clarifications to be made, the meeting for the credit conference is adjourned.